just a titch over 14,000 pounds, a big, sharp-looking inside quad slide Grand Junction couples rig just rolled in on trade here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. She's got a couple battle scars, bumps, bruises, but overall, I think this is a lot of fifth wheel for the money, Batman. Now with the slides closed, you would lose access to pretty much all the living room. The refrigerator would be blocked off. You could get to the freezer, because you can see where the countertop would end here. It would overlap with the fridge door. But you could get to a chunk of pantry space. Big multi-slide units like this with either a peninsula or an island, they are traditionally not travel friendly. They're made for destination use, and this is absolutely no exception. Now what we do have here though are just a plethora of big windows that are going to open for tons of airflow, lots of lights, lots of sights. Freestanding table and chairs, a little leaf for some extra elbow room if you have guests. The traditional 2008 airbed hide-a-bed system here, which you can pretty much plan on the air mattress portion of that not being around anymore. What's kind of cool though, if you really look at it, if you just swap the sofa and recliners, that's pretty much how a lot of RVs are still arranged today, because across from that sofa would be a direct-facing entertainment center, which is one of those really big features a lot of people look for in today's market. Now, like I said, basically pretty much all the windows are going to open for airflow, except for the little like viewing window right there above the dining desk area. Electric heating, fireplace, and you really can use that like some good desk space. Or if you're going to have some friends over, that could be a handy little sort of, you know, game day buffet, if you will. This is just old enough that it was made before modern flat screens had really taken hold in RV design. But the previous owners went through and updated all the electronics to stuff that's a lot more modern. Now, I mentioned this is not in perfect condition, and this is the kind of extra stuff that we do for you here at Haylett RV that I think builds a lot of consumer confidence in us here at our facility, is that we will tell you about things that you can't see. There is a slight level of historic water penetration around that slide out, but it's so minor you can't see it. I haven't located even like mold bump spores in the walls. If you get up around the slide out though, if you kind of feel the walls up here, you can feel the tiniest amount of sponge to them. Using a lot of experience, what that kind of indicates to me is this RV probably had something like snow on top of the slide out when the slide was retracted at one point. So that meant that the slide seal wasn't completely doing its job. And as some of that snow melted off, a little bit of that water slowly wicked up into the wall panel around the slide a little bit. And then once that snow melted off, it resealed itself. So it never really progressed any further. You can't see it. And had I not talked about it, you probably never would have known, because it's even knowing what I know, pushing on it, it's so minor, you question yourself, is it just my fingers squishing a little bit, or is it actually the wall panel? So I went and got a second opinion, and they picked up the same thing I did with a lot of experience of their own. So we go way out of our way to fairly represent RVs here at Haylett RV. There is no smoke and mirrors involved in our sales here whatsoever. If something like that kind of concerns you, here's my recommendation. Come review the RV in person and form your own opinions. Don't rely on mine. Don't take my word for it. Use your own judgment. And if this isn't the one for you, no problem. I understand it. That's why I put this stuff out there. But if it might work for the right money, then let's get you camping, because there's a lot of good to be had in this one. The 4 slides in this give us just tons of living room, and the peninsula space on this, oh my god. They made this thing have an extended kitchen. This has a monster countertop, and below every inch of that is cabinet storage space. And what I love is how you can get to it from either side, whether it's uppers or lowers. Now up top here, you do have a max air vent fan, so you can get that good airflow going. And it does look like they went through and they replaced and updated some of the light fixtures here in the kitchen area, because the living rooms, they're actually on a dimmer switch. My guess is that originally these were either a different type of bulb, or maybe not, maybe halogen or not LED, but they're LED now. I always like it when they put those skylights in big tall RVs like this to let that extra light and airflow in there. I'm really digging the wood tones that they have going on in here. It's a little more akin to what RVs looked like when I was younger and really started this business. Great kitchen storage throughout this thing too, and it's completely carpetless. from the entryway all through your main kitchen deck. And once again, there's just no shortage of storage or cabinet space. Let me get down here so where some light pollution isn't kind of blocking everything off a little bit. You've just got a ton of space in this thing. Moving upstairs, we are passing on the stairs a centralized vacuum system. This was built when split bath master suites were still the big thing. Now, real quick, we're going to talk about this. To make sure everything like stayed in place and didn't swing and bounce around in transit, the previous owners of this RV literally would take the time to take the shower doors off the track and store them on top of the bed in transit. Now, this is not the most visually appealing thing to look at, but when you see certain things, like I mentioned the word leak or water damage around a slide out, instantly everyone's high alert radar goes up to 11. And I understand, and I'm the exact same way. I don't buy things and spend money any different than you do. That's why I share with you information I would want to know if I were buying it. So when I see things like this, where they went to extreme efforts to keep the RV in good shape and working order, it does make me feel a little bit better. Now, this is a 70 by 80 king bed, but what's also kind of cool, you see how they put these really big side stands on each side of the bed right there. Whoop, sorry about that. Bump the power button or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, so we've got these side stands here, and for CPAP frame, oh, you can actually look, if we look in the mirror right there, that's the bed base. You can see there's power outlet right below that line there, so that if you need a CPAP machine or a fan or a light or something, you got room for that. Now we've got a full front wardrobe closet right here. Now, at one point, somebody had put a washer dryer unit. I don't know if it's a combo or a stackable or what, but at some point, somebody had installed one here, because you can see how that vent is actually installed. Now, it is plugged up from the outside, so it's not like it's just this open pipe inviting bugs into your camper or anything like that. But at one point, it was removed and reverted to its original, like, massive cabinet space here. One other quick note, it's very quiet, very calm in here, because this has a motorhome-style soft-touch roof liner to knock down extra noise. Somebody added a second air conditioner here, because that does not appear to be a factory standard air unit. That appears to be an aftermarket add-on, so you do have the double AC going on. And once again, they did update and add modern electronics into here, as opposed to something a little more traditional. But I also like how they went to some pretty good lengths here to really kind of bracket everything in place and keep everything from bouncing and jouncing around. Now, just like the kitchen, the bathroom here has a upgraded countertop with a stainless sink basin in it. It's just a nice, classy touch next to this dresser, and I like the fact that they actually have like all that extra little mirrored cabinet space there. It makes the whole bathroom look and feel a bit bigger. The little toilet closet area here, we have a porcelain foot flush stool, extra little venting window for light, which is nice, and a little linen cabinet right there, so that if you have the bathroom area closed up from the privacy curtain or that sliding pocket door over there, this enormous one-piece molded fiberglass shower fixture here at that skylight above, it will look and feel nice and big in here. You've got the adjustable shower head, so if you're taller like me or a little more gravity friendly like my wife, you can always have that thing set to your individual comfort zone. Oh, I lost my train of thought there. I saw something shiny. What I was saying is, if you get out of that shower after it's all privatized and you realize you forgot a towel, there you go. You don't have to go trouncing through the RV all butt naked to go get yourself covered up. Overall, from ground level, she looks pretty good. The roof could definitely use a good cleaning, but we'll see that later as we go through. One thing I really wanted to zero in on here is this has one of the very largest belly compartments I've ever seen in a fifth wheel. It's got a huge drop frame storage compartment with an open front bulkhead to the front storage area. This is larger than the treehouse I had as a kid, and that is no exaggeration. That is absolutely enormous in there. Now, this does have both a MORryde shock dampening suspension and pin box, because she is a pretty big girl, so you are going to want, that extra smoothing out the bumps there from in-transit sort of situations. The slide awnings have been added here to help give this thing a little bit of extra protection, reduce your total maintenance. The other thing those are nice for is if it is screaming hot outside, they add some shade to the slide outs to keep the camper a little cooler. Think about that. Why do you sit under the awning on a hot day? It's to keep the sun off you. These are exactly the same thing for your slide outs. Now, again, couple little bumps, bruises. This is more of a surface blemish. They turned too close, they got into something, but it is just a little surface scratch. The tires overall look good. They're not brand new, but they're not very old either. And those are some huge radials. They look a lot like the Goodyear Endurance Beast tires that we find on our Jayco luxury fifth wheels and toy haulers here at Haylett RV. Those things are pretty extremely large. Like I said, we will go up on the ladder in just a minute. I do kind of want to just finish off the ground level tour here. I don't see any sort of like bad seams, cracks, anything on that rear cap. Everything back there looks good. And just once more, a quick mention of the fact that other than the desk window, all the windows in the living area will open for airflow, including those thinner vertical toothpick windows beside each of the recliners. Now the roof is in decent shape, but it definitely needs a good cleaning, so keep that in mind here. One of the reasons I wanted to get up here is I spotted from ground level a couple spots over here where it looks like they maybe came in contact with like a tree branch or something like that. And I'm not sure what, but I definitely think they came in contact with something. Maybe it was a storm, kicked up a stick or something. That could very easily happen as well. But what I noticed is that there's absolutely no soft spots on this roof, and it's been patched up. So whatever did happen, they addressed it right away, and they didn't let it rot or anything like that, which is a good sign. Now, it looks like from wind buffeting and weather exposure, the AC shroud has certainly seen better days. But as far as I understand, to my knowledge, and I haven't personally tested this RV, the bedroom air conditioner still works well, which this is that front bedroom AC here, because this is a 2-air unit. So, what do you do in a case like this? Because now, you know, naturally you as a buyer at home, you're thinking, yeah, but what if it doesn't work when I take it home? What then? We'll find out before you take it home. What I recommend you do, if this is an RV that you like, what you do is you write up a purchase on condition that it works to your satisfaction. So what we'll do then is we'll pull it up to the shop like we've done with these over here. And those two fifth wheels right there were sold just recently with the same sort of process in mind. We pull it up, we plug it in, we see everything that works so that you can make a proper final decision before you sign the dotted line. That way you can buy with confidence from Haylett RV. And that's the kind of things we'll do for you guys. We are willing to get up top of a used RV and show you the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between so that you can make a better and more educated purchase decision. And I don't know if I've ever seen another place get up on top of the roof of a used RV to show you where maybe a stick tore the roof liner. That's how dedicated we are to you folks and to being fair with you, because we understand how hard you work to earn that money, and we do absolutely want to earn your business, not just get your business. There's a big difference there. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone. Well, here comes another one that we're pulling up and checking out right now. How about that?